The Arizona Coyotes' future as an NHL team is precarious to say the least. News came out that the Tempe residents rejected an arena development which was touted to be the best sports deal in Arizona history by the mayor of Tempe. The arena proposal was for a $1.7 billion Tempe entertainment district, which includes hotels, shopping, apartments, and a theater, along with the 16,000 capacity arena. The development was to be located on a former city landfill on the banks of the Salt River in Tempe, Arizona, and this was to be paid for in full by the Coyotes, with local taxpayers only responsible for infrastructure funding. Unfortunately, the Coyotes may have overlooked a few important issues that were key in preventing their decision to develop the site. Due to the close proximity of the development to the Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, the residential units of the development would experience airplane noise at a level that is over 65 decibels, which violates a local bylaw. Unfortunately for the Coyotes and the NHL, residents voted against the development in a citywide referendum. The yes vote was almost a majority at around 44%-ish, but there remained strong opposition to the development. The Coyotes have 2 more years of stadium security, as they announced that they will continue to play at the 5,000-seat Mullet Arena, fulfilling their 3-year deal with the Arizona State University. But why did they move out of the NHL standard Gila River Arena in Glendale in the first place? Well, the Coyotes, who sought out annual leases with the arena, were accused of not paying their taxes on time, and there were a whole bunch of disputes between the two parties. Another factor here is that maintaining the ice surface in such a hot desert climate is quite expensive, and the arena executives argued that the arena would actually be more profitable without a permanent host. The arena executives then declined to renew a lease, and the Coyotes left Gila River Arena after playing out the 2021-22 season. Although Coyotes fans and the season ticket holders desperately wanted the team to stay, the support for the franchise wasn't strong enough to force an opposition to this unfortunate move. There's a common theme here that is overshadowing this entire story. A lack of support for the team, and B, incompetent and troubled owners and management. Arizona has had some of the worst attendances in the league for over 10 consecutive years, and that isn't great when they're located in a metro area that has a population of 4.9 million and growing. The Coyotes have made the Stanley Cup playoffs only once since 2012, when they made the conference finals. Coyotes players have scored 30 goals in a season only once in the past decade, that being the emerging American star forward Clayton Keller this past season. It's clear that there are major issues on and off the ice in Arizona. To me, this whole situation reminds me a lot of the Atlanta Thrashers and their move to Winnipeg in 2011. The Thrashers played their home games at State Farm Arena, which was formerly known as the Phillips Arena, and even though it is located in downtown Atlanta, in most seasons they ranked near the bottom in terms of attendance percentage. But this could also be due to the team just straight up not being good. In their 12 years of existence, they only made the playoffs once in 2007, where they got swept in the first round by the Rangers. And they also had ownership problems starting 2005, when AOL Time Warner had to sell the team to the Atlanta Spirit, which was a consortium of 9 businessmen. This was an issue because they spent more time in court in this period solving legal issues than they did actually taking care of the team, keeping Don Waddell as the general manager the entire time as they continued to lose year after year, even though they had stars such as Marian Hossa and Ilya Kovalchuk. All of this culminated when they moved quickly to sell the team in 2011 as they moved to become the Winnipeg Jets. It's unfortunate what's been going on with the Coyotes, especially since it really benefits the league and the growth of the sport to have professional teams in places where hockey really isn't the first sport you start playing as a kid. But the NHL project just hasn't caught on in Arizona compared to the expansion Vegas Golden Knights, for example, who play in a smaller sports market than in Arizona. The Golden Knights were the first of the big four sports to take root in Las Vegas, and the difference here is that the Vegas Golden Knights have a world-class arena, a winning team who've been in the playoffs for many years now since their existence, and stable ownership and management, something Coyotes fans could only dream of as of right now. The current thought is that unless a new arena plan is made, the Coyotes will relocate to another city after their lease at Mullet Arena expires. Cities like Kansas City, Portland, Salt Lake City, Houston, and of course Quebec City are all options for relocation, since they're untapped NHL markets except for Quebec City, of course. And most of these cities already have NHL-spec home arenas, such as the newly renovated Videotron Center in Quebec City. The issue with a potential move to Quebec, though, is that I believe what's being reported is that if the Coyotes were to relocate away from Arizona, they'd want to move the team somewhere else in the United States, potentially a brand new market to the NHL rather than going back to Canada, because it all depends on the ownership. If they want to relocate up to a completely different country, that is a whole different story as well. But it would be so cool to see the Quebec Nordiques or a variation of that team return, and they do have a really fantastic arena in the Videotron Center, and we already know they're going to sell out their arena. They're going to have a lot of fans. The TV revenue might not be there compared to the other American teams, but I still think it would be a great decision to go back to Quebec City. But that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button and subscribe if you did, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts regarding the Coyotes situation and whether you want them to stay in Arizona or relocate elsewhere. Also, I'd love to hear from Coyotes fans. If there's some insights that I didn't cover in this video, that would be good. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below. Other than that, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.